Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk from Yamuna Expressway, the newest addition to not just North India's infrastructure, but I would say one of the big showpiece projects as far as India's infrastructure goes. And my guest today, a remarkable entrepreneur, remarkable, unusual, sometimes controversial, Mr. Manoj Gaur.
Shekhar,
welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thank you, Shekhar.
I can see you smiling. Your big project has come true finally.
God is kind. We are proud that as an organization we could make a project of which India can be proud of. And ultimately it has seen light of the day. It has taken some time, but now it is a reality.
God is kind and Mr. God is smiling. This is right in front of your famous F1 circuit as well. Give me an idea of how they started. Because you've been through many ups and downs on this one.
Well,
or many tight bends like an F1 circuit.
Well, it was less than 10 months back when India saw this glorious Formula 1 host and we are part of this program. But as far as Yamuna Expressway is concerned, if you would recollect, more than 1 lakh people came to see Formula 1. They traveled on this expressway project. Yeah. Ultimately, this project, I have to say that it was a project which government of UP, way back in the year 2000, they dreamt of this project. Twice concept was made, bidding process took place. Our company, headed by Shri Jaypee Group.
Your father.
My father. He is visionary, dreamer. He saw there is opportunity to connect two big towns, because Noida happens to be the largest revenue generator for government of UP, and Agra happens to be the tourist spot of the country. There is opportunity, and he bid for it. As we all know, it has. You mentioned that there were bends and there were twists in the story, but ultimately it took time. Construction-wise, I think true to Jaypee Group's track record, we could do it in 4 years. But it was land acquisition, it was other matters which took time. But ultimately, I can say a project of this nature, where we are having a 160 kilometer long expressway, never in the history of India has taken so little time. Because we had a timeline to complete by 2013, and we completed in sometime in early 2012.
But more importantly, through the life of the project, you've seen how many? 4, 5 governments in UP?
Yes, I will say the project has seen 4 governments.
Right. Now, just as you have bends and turns on an F1 circuit, these political bends were challenging?
They were challenging, they were testing. At the same time, a lot of learning process for everyone. But the satisfaction is, and I have to admit, satisfaction is that ultimately the will to succeed, the credible method of doing the work, and Jayprakash known for iron will. These all were tested, but I think it was worth doing this experience.
Because you have to hold your nerve.
Undoubtedly.
As on कभी कोई ऐसा वक्त था जब आपने सोचा, both you and your father, कि forget it?
मैं बिल्कुल ट्रूथफुली कह सकता हूँ कि मेरे मन में तो ऐसे विचार 1-2 बार जरूर आए, लेकिन जयप्रकाश जी के मन में ऐसे कोई विचार नहीं आया. जब when he founded the company in 1967, उन्होंने कंपनी का कैलीग्राफी एड्रेस रखा था आयरन विल, and he has proved this many times. But on this project, it was proved on many accounts.
But when were these very difficult phases when you thought might as well get rid of it?
देखिए, ultimately, I can't single out 1 or 2 points, but point is, in last 7-8 years, if we just divide, Shekhar ji, I would like to divide last 21 years of post-reform era in 2 phases. One was immediately after 91, when everybody knew that we have no foreign exchange, we have mortgaged our gold, whether a politician, whether a bureaucrats, whether people in general, everybody, I would say, was a bit apprehensive, but at the same time very, very committed कि country की जगह सवाल है. Last 7-8 years, when forest reserve have improved, a bit of a mismatch is happening. People think that without projects, economy can survive. There is a mismatch. When the IPP numbers go bad, suddenly share market go down. People expect a foreign minister to do miracles. But when it comes to start a project and the ingredients for starting the project, land acquisition, financing, viability of the project, then politics starts. So the point is, last 7-8 years, something happened in Bengal. Because of that, Singrur cascading effect was felt in entire India. This part,
Bhatta Parsol, not far away from here.
Bhatta Parsol event also happened. And even today, I have to say, yesterday we had a glorious opening of Yamuna Expressway because Shri Akhil Yadav ji took that initiative that a project of this importance should be thrown open. But today also I read somewhere that Bhatta Parsol is a part of the Yamuna Expressway project. While Bhatta Parsol was a acquisition matter for some other project of authority. Incidentally, Yamuna Expressway project and is a part of Yamuna Expressway Industrial Development Authority. So Yamuna Expressway project has nothing to do with Bhatta Parsol. But people in mind, if I can say so, media, newspaper, they tend to mismatch.
Link the two.
Which is absolutely.
No, but at the same time, land acquisition has now become a much more sensitive issue than before.
Land acquisition has become sensitive, sir. And I will like to say that land acquisition, even though we all know, nobody can actually discount the fact that without projects, development cannot take place. Project ke liye land lena padega. But the balance, how you need to do the balancing, is something which one only investor developer cannot do. Politicians, the policy makers have to factor that. On this project, I can tell you that 2003 mein, what the land acquisition was priced. By the time we completed this project, our total estimate was about 800 crores for land acquisition. Ultimately, this company landed up paying close to 2,900 crores for land acquisition. But land acquisition is become sensitive. But if such type of appreciation is there, people will definitely feel the real estate, it will be.
नहीं, लोग ये बोलेंगे ना कि हाईवे प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है, रियल एस्टेट प्रोजेक्ट है. That is criticism यही है.
Exactly, and that is something which people have to actually appreciate. Without roads, without connectivity, development cannot take place. Sir, you have more information, but I am also sharing. But I am also sharing from my small experience. Before 80s, China से ज़्यादा we had schools, we had better density of highways, we had better record on power sector before 80s. Today our highway density is still there, but we have no expressway. I am not saying expressway is a boon, but I am definitely saying this expressway will change the entire thought process. Government of UP had no money to fund a project. That's why they thought in 2000, that time Rajnath Singh ji government was there, that let there be
BJP government.
BJP government was there. It is not that is a real estate project. Real estate as a business changed color in 2005-26. Before that, what was real estate? So it was a bold decision by the government of UP to the BJP government that time to go for a project. During the first round of bidding, there was only one company. Second time, and that company backed out. Then again bidding took place. The point is, real estate saw a big spike, boom. But again, now no more boom period can be attributed for real estate. But for the information of all, I have to share that today 7,000 crore rupees loan had been taken to complete this project. That is why this project is today complete. It cannot be completed because of real estate. The model was such that you make the expressway, there are land for development at 5 locations, not at one location. there is Mirzapur, there is Jankor, there is Tappal, there is Agra. And as you make the road, ultimately the potential will grow.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.